What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Bluebird Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, former unified welterweight superstar boxer Keith "ONETIME" Thurman will give assistance to current junior middleweight WBC world champion Tony the Tiger Harrison ahead of his highly anticipated middleweight showdown with former WBC middleweight world champion superstar boxer Jermell Charlo, December 21st in California, right? So Keith Thurman is in camp with Tony Harrison. Keith Thurman is assisting Tony Harrison, and helping Tony Harrison ahead of his showdown with Jermell Charlo. He's giving him assistance. Tony Harrison is actually training at ST.PETE's gym, which is Keith Thurman's gym. Keith Thurman just recently had hand surgery after the Manny Pacquiao fight, so Keith Thurman is inactive. Keith Thurman stated that he's at least another 3 weeks out from being able to do any type of boxing activity. So he's just lending assistance and giving Tony Harrison tips and different strategies to be successful. He told Tony Harrison, you can't trade with him. Don't look to land big punches. You're not in there to land big punches. He said, you're in there to box. So you got to box, and more box. He said, you got to use your jab, and more jab. He said, let Jermell Charlo be the one throwing the heavy punches. You don't get into those types of exchanges. You don't get dragged into that type of fight. He said, you got to stay on your toes. You got to use your jab. You got to box, and more boxing. And, Keith Thurman is stating that, you got to make a choice. If you want to get into a brawl, a power punching fest with Jermell Charlo, or you want to win the fight and box. He said the reason that you won the first fight is because you used your jab, your box, and more box. Even when he was landing some big punches here and there, he was the one throwing the heavier, harder punches. He says, but that's not the way to win a fight. He said the way to win the fight against Jermell Charlo is to use your boxing ability, use your jab. He said, and box, and more box. So